Hello, this is the video that explains how to complete the transfer exchange of USCG documentation here at our site. With this form, you can make a change or transfer in the vessel's ownership. This would include adding or removing a spouse, selling the vessel, transferring the vessel to a new individual, company, or trust, changing the managing owner, and so forth. Remember, should there be an outstanding mortgage or lien on the vessel, that will have to be satisfied, or permission from the mortgagee, the lender, will need to be obtained. That is necessary in order to complete the transfer of the vessel's certificate of documentation. The vessel itself must measure at least 5 net tons and be wholly owned by a citizen of the United States to be eligible for USCG documentation. Keep in mind that net tonnage is a measurement of volume and not of weight. Good rule of thumb, if your vessel is longer than 25 feet, then it almost invariably measures at least 5 net tons. To complete the form, go to our homepage and left-click on Transfer Exchange. You will find it on the left side of the site, typically towards the top. There are certain disclaimers attached to this form. For example, once you have submitted your application to us, our team of trained, experienced specialists will review your document before then contacting you to ensure the integrity of the data that you have submitted. In the event that a vessel sale does not go through, please be advised that all applications and processing fees are not refundable, as per our no refund policy. You'll note as you go through this form that there are certain blanks that have a little mark by them. Those are the ones that you absolutely have to fill out. The first one of these you encounter when completing this form is at the top. You'll have to type in the vessel's name. You will have to fill in whether you own the vessel, whether you purchased it from another owner, whether the vessel has been newly built. Below that, you'll find blanks to be completed, such as the vessel's official number, should it have one, its hull number, should that exist, its International Maritime Organization number, should that be a thing, and its hailing port, that's the place and state that is marked on the vessel. Remember, your hailing port has to be a place in the United States. Below that, you're going to want to type in the information of the managing owner, their email address, their phone number, their social security or tax number. Their physical address will be filled out below, as will their mailing address. When you get to H, that is where you have to complete as to whether there are other owners, such as the spouse, other persons, other entities that own an interest in this vessel. The purpose of this application is, of course, at least number 1, the transfer exchange of certificate of documentation. Below that, you'll find the endorsements of the vessel. Remember, these are the statements of purpose for how you're going to use the vessel, such as recreational, means you're using it for fun, family and friends, just to have a good time. Fishery is for conducting commercial fishing operations in the exclusive economic zone or on the navigable waters of the United States. Coastwise is when you're transporting people and or goods on those same waters. And registry is for foreign trade. Below that, you'll get to K, which is where you will select the primary service and horsepower of the vessel. Please select only one service for which the vessel will be primarily used and insert the horsepower. Once you've completed all of that, click Next, and you'll go to the second page. There, you'll want to type in your billing information, how you will pay for this. You'll also be given such options as to, you can opt to have a certified copy of your certificate of documentation. You can also opt for rush processing, priority request. Those services put your forms right at the top of our queue so that we can process them that much faster. Before you click Submit, make sure that you have agreed with all of the authorizations, all of the signatures, that everything is complete, that you've marked everything that has to be marked. And then, when the time comes, click Submit. That's all it takes. These 2 pages, and you will have submitted the documentation to change the transfer and exchange of a United States Coast Guard certificate of documentation.